were very proud to be at the audience yesterday in Disney's event here at CES, where they talked about their 2025 plans around specifically data and technology. And I was very proud to see that we're partners across 3 different categories for Disney. One of them is a measurement partner where they're using our technology to provide reports to their customers on reach and frequency. Another area where there's activities around interactivity to allow interaction, shoppable ads, getting more content and stuff like that, product carousel and stuff, which, as you know, we've been doing for many years, but now it's also part of the Disney portfolio of products. And then last is a unique partnership that we have with them around optimization of creative using the publisher side data. So it's a very unique integration that we have with them that the campaign, Disney can optimize the creative, the different creative versions at Innovid based on feedback they're getting on outcomes and stuff like that in real time. So these are 3 distinct areas that we partner across all of them. So it's really great to see where our vision is not just to provide one product to a publisher, but a whole set of solutions that eventually feed each other and help optimize the outcome for their customers.
Innovid's Harmony and Reach and Frequency product has been pivotal in addressing the industry's frequency management challenges. Yes. How is this solution helping publishers like Roku, for example, drive incremental reach and improve campaign performance?
Yes, so we just announced the first day of CES, Roku being our first publisher customer for Harmony Reach extension, Reach and Frequency. So we launched earlier in 2024, last year, the Harmony suite of products, mostly initially on the buy side, which we can get to that later on. Roku's being the first partner who's using our ad serving data to optimize the reach they're providing their customers. So basically what's unique about this is, as an ad server, we get to see the entire campaign. We get to see programmatic, we can see non-programmatic, across different publishers and devices. What's interesting for publishers who are interested in that, we can provide this in an anonymized way to the publisher, so then they can, basically in this case Roku, use this audience and they can see which household we hit how many times. And then in order to provide better performance to their customers, basically incremental reach, they can see that we already hit this household and they can serve a different ad, and if we didn't, they can serve the customer's ad. And in this way, the quality, the performance of the campaign will get better, and then hence, they'll create more value for their customers. So there's a win-win for the customers, for, when I say customers, I mean the brands, the publisher, and of course for Innovid.
So frequency management traditionally has been the advertiser's concern, not necessarily the publishers. Why do you think it's critical for the publisher to also focus on this?
Yeah, and that's why we call the product reach and frequency. So it's not just frequency. You're right that definitely frequency management is a huge concern and issue for marketers. And it definitely a big challenge that when we launched Harmony last year, we were setting to solve. But in terms of the combination of not oversaturating on one side, but if we just launch it as a frequency cap, that's not creating necessarily additional value for publishers. But if we balance that with saying, we've seen this household too many times, but we haven't seen this. So it allows to create a better experience and better value of the inventory to the brand on managing frequency, while at the same time creating incremental unique reach on this specific platform, so it increases the value of the inventory. And that's the reason we call it Harmony is to kind of balance the needs of the seller and the needs of the buyer. Interestingly enough, without getting into the programmatic bidding, buying and selling, it's all about sharing data in a confidential way between the parties, so everybody can get a better experience, including the viewer, of course.
Innovid has worked with Paramount Plus to deliver interactive and personalized ad experiences during key events such as the Super Bowl and during holiday season. How does dynamic creative optimization, or DCO, enable publishers to create these memorable campaigns?
Yes. So first on the interactive, clearly there are cases that interactive and personalization go together, but there are definitely 2 different capabilities and features that can go together. So on the Paramount, on the Super Bowl, I believe it's the first time that we had interactive ads that had the ability to save to watch later. So if you watch content and there was an ad for Paramount content, you could click and it will add it to your list. So what you see is a lot of innovation around interactivity, not just people think about shoppable, click to buy and stuff like that, but there's a lot of ways where you can use the interaction with the audience to create more value for both the audience and the publishers. That's the Paramount experience. And we're very excited that together with the publisher, we're thinking about unique ways to create more value. And when it comes to personalization, look, it's we touched on frequency, we touched on reach. Eventually, it's all part of the user experience. As a publisher, you want to create the best possible user experience while generating more value for your customers. So when you show you have multiple versions, you show the right version to the right audience, it's an experience that makes more sense to the viewer and clearly creates more value for the marketer with the brand. So that is something that we absolutely expect to see. It used to be a buy-side strategy. We're seeing more and more publishers adopting that. Plus, some publishers like Disney and others have unique data sets that the brand doesn't have access to. Using this type of technology, you can make decisions based on first-party publisher data using our DCO engine. So we're definitely expecting to see more and more of that.
So we talked about a couple of examples, as you mentioned, of these kind of experiences, shoppable, interactive ads. And they're obviously becoming more prevalent. Yep. And you're training user behavior to kind of engage with this.
Yes.
How do you see these formats shaping the future of publisher-led advertising strategies?
Yeah, we've been talking, you and I have been in this industry for many, many years. Innovid was a pioneer, and I believe we're one of the first interactive ads that ran, and Roku was Innovid. So we've been believing this for a long time, because what makes connected television a unique platform, it is a TV screen, it's TV content, TV ads, but it allows two-way communication. So we're going to see, and when you select what content to watch, and when you're doing sports, you can select different options how you want to consume the content. There's no reason why not to have that rich experience when it comes to advertising, right? So having that brand lift, brand focused messaging, but allowing to go down the funnel and engage with the audience. And once we've done correctly, we're seeing amazing results. And this is an opt-in, right? They don't force the viewer to click on something, but if there's an interest in a special product or a special experience and you click the remote and engage with it, it's a win-win for the publisher, for the brand, and for the viewer, because they choose to do so. We still think we're in the early days of creating a whole different type of experience and value exchange between the viewer, the publisher, and the brand.
So your instant optimization product allows publishers to provide advertisers with these actionable insights in real time. How does this specifically help publishers maximize the inventory value while delivering, obviously, a great outcome for the advertiser?
Sure. The unique point is that in these type of integration of instant optimization, it's a partnership between us and the publisher. As I mentioned before, in the past, personalization DCO was very much, buy-side agency type of execution, where the publishers were more passive. They were not even aware that we're sending a more personalized experience. We definitely believe in a world where publishers are becoming stronger. They have their own data, their own tech stacks, and they're curating a better experience rather than just running the same ad again and again, which we still know is an issue in the industry, to actually participate in the decision making of which creative to what person. In some cases, like in Disney case, we can also send signals back on outcomes. So when the publisher is aware, again, instead of being passive, just getting the ad through a tag, is taking part in creating better performance for the campaigns. These are things that were used to from performance type advertising. Innovid is bringing that to connected television at scale.
So, you talk about a lot of the work that you've done with Disney, and they've been leveraging real-time creative optimization through you for some time. What's been some of the key learnings from this partnership that you can find ways to apply to your broader strategy when you engage with other publishers?
Absolutely. It's the key thing I believe here is partnership, where Disney really pioneered and kind of leading the way in terms of thinking about innovation, but also adopting it and taking action to make these things happen. From a technology perspective, the technology is there already. It's about how you partner and look at this as not taking an active, proactive role in creating a better experience for everybody and a better product. So they're definitely leading the way, because if you think about it, it's the personalization at scale and getting feedback and instant optimization. It's engaging with the audience, but also running the measurement, reach, frequency, and outcome. So So it's actually eventually connecting all of them together. You create a better product for the industry, and that's something that they're definitely doing, and we're super proud to be part of it. We believe that eventually this will be table stakes for everybody, at least the large premium players, publishers in the industry.
So what advice would you give to publishers looking to differentiate themselves and help advertisers maximize ROAS and ROI in 2025?
Absolutely. It's lean in, reach out, lean in. There's definitely technologies out there that enable to, and none of these is a new concept on it, but what's unique in end of 24 and 25 we're seeing, it's the partnership. It's the data sharing, the integration, strategizing, working together to create a better experience and a win-win-win for everybody. So it's absolutely lean in, don't just have the agencies and brands ask you for things, but use platforms like Innovid and others to bring offering and partner and create better experiences. Bring that to the client and sell that to the client, the agencies, and basically be a closer, tight partner to tech stack tool. Historically, buy-side platforms like Innovid, now it's almost 50-50, the buy-side and sell-side for us.